Volunteers braved the heat to get a secret part of the Wichita off-road trail ready for Hunter and Hell mountain bike riders and runners.
In 16 days, I'm going to be running on this trail, and I'd like to have it where I can get through it without getting hurt.
Since it's never been used before, there's some old farm roads that go down in trees, and so you're going to get to ride and run in a hall of trees.
But turning this untouched land into a beautiful trail takes a lot of hot, dirty, and sometimes painful work.
Cutting briars get scratched up a lot, and you got to watch out for the wasps because they're everywhere.
But volunteers are braving it all to make this 2-mile trail challenging. So when complete, the secret path will have competitors traversing roads of gravel and sand.
Mountain bikers and trail runners even have to go uphill at times and even dodge a few obstacles that may be in their path.
Paths that will take riders and runners through a newly created section of trail that volunteers are working overtime to finish in the next 2 weeks.
According to DPS Trooper Tony Fulton, this fiery accident on Highway 277 was caused when the driver of a pickup towing a long flatbed crossed the center stripe, sideswiped a semi, and then crashed head-on into a tanker. Fulton says the driver of the pickup and the tanker were both killed.
This type of crash, because with the fire, all types of identification has been destroyed, so it's going to be a process to actually identify the two drivers.
Fulton says the tanker was carrying some type of lube oil, and it is not known if the oil or the tanker's gasoline was burning. Emergency crews let the fire burn for a while before putting out the flames.
Here, I know the Seymour Volunteer Fire Department was here because they weren't sure what the oil was on the tanker. The Wichita Falls hazmat team responded, and they put a lot of foam down and assisted with that.
I'm standing here on Highway 277, and investigators have a long night ahead of them as they literally piece this accident back together.
Yes, we're going to have a team come out that will do a scale diagram of this crash, and then it's going to take quite a while to actually get this section of road cleaned up so we can open traffic up.
Instead of spending so much time mowing the grass at Iowa Park's Gordon Lake during the drought, city crews are busy scooping up dead fish. Dozens of the rotting fish litter the shoreline, but it's not a big shock to Texas Parks and Wildlife officials. They say because of the drought, the lake has been on the agency's dead lake watch list in the area.
Although Gordon Lake still looks like it may have quite a bit of water in it, Texas Parks and Wildlife officials say looks can, and in this case, are very deceiving.
Officials say the level is so shallow, city crews can walk all the way across to collect dead fish.
When you take a lot of fish and you put them into less water, you've got less oxygen being produced, and you got the same amount of mouths using it. That's not a good thing. That's what causes fish kills.
But Lang says that's not the only cause for the low oxygen level.
A lot of folks like to feed the geese and ducks, which is a lot of fun, sure, but they go to the bathroom, and that causes phytoplankton blooms that can cause oxygen depletion in the lake too.
For now, Lang says these lethal water levels are not just killing gizzard shad and sockeye fish, which is a walleye hybrid, but also a great fishing opportunity.
We had some really nice 20+ inch sockeye in this lake, and it's one of the few lakes in the state that they actually are in. So it was a unique fishing opportunity for the area that's now gone.
An overnight incident at a Wichita Falls apartment complex has the Wichita Falls Police Department investigating its second officer-involved shooting in 2 months.
Officers did respond to a disturbance call at the 5500 block of Professional last night, which is the High Point Village apartments.
When Wichita Falls police officers arrived on scene, they approached this apartment building where they were sent on a disturbance call. What happened next has the suspect facing 2 counts of attempted capital murder.
Once the door was open, the aggression was made towards the officer. He was able to get the female to safety and take what action he deemed was necessary at the time.
The officer basically moved the female out of the way, protecting her, and then discharged his firearm at the suspect.
Police say the suspect was shot once in the torso and was taken to the hospital where he underwent surgery and continues to recover. Melissa Foy, Texoma's Fox.
Some MSU engineering students got a behind-the-scenes look at airport construction Friday.
We're very impressed with the building site, and we can see the future of Wichita Falls Airport.
Officials say the future is looking bright as the clear skies are making it easy to get a lot accomplished.
Everything from plumbing and mechanical and electrical, concrete, roofing, structural steel, everyone's very busy.
And all that work adds up as over half the new terminal building is complete.
We're in the process of actually buttoning up the exterior of the building, both with windows as well as wall structure, and we'll then be moving almost completely inside very shortly.
Then in phase 3, they'll add on finishing touches like extra parking for rental cars, a new apron, and the final part of construction in phase 3 will include demolishing the old terminal and making a quick switch over to the new terminal. But just because construction is done doesn't mean the terminal can open.
Once we conclude construction, we'll then have to begin the coordination process with the occupants.
That means coordinating with the FAA, American Eagle Airline, and TSA to get their inspections done before doors can open.